Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our very second podcast. We've been wanting to do a second podcast for about 2 months now.
Yeah.
Because, it's been a very long time since we've done a podcast. The last one has good listens on it, so thank you very much. Today's topic on the podcast is dogs and cats. So, on that, what do you prefer, dogs or cats? Because we really do want to know, dogs are the best. I'm just going to say that right now. BDR can agree with me. Dogs are the best.
Yeah.
He's trying to look up of our podcast. Without further ado, let's head right into this podcast. All right, to kick off this podcast, we're going to start off with some stories. Then we're going to go to our personal opinions. This is not going to be like the last podcast where we debate it. This is where we just literally talk about it.
Although I feel like that had a great turnout.
It had a very good turnout for our very first podcast.
Good discussions.
So basically, we're going to go personal opinions. Well, we're going to go stories first. And this will be a kind of a biased podcast. I'm just going to say that right now.
It will be very biased.
But with that, after the movies, we're going to go to our friends. I've gotten a few quotes for some friends that we can put off in BDR. We'll say some of his. The camera guy will even put his input there because he's a friend too.
Is he?
Yeah, I'm just kidding. But then we're going to go right into... I think we're just going to go into movies after that. And then after that, we'll go into the conclusion and see who wins. But without further ado, let's head right into story time. Okay, to kick off story time, we're going to do something... We're just going to read out these stories. And this first one is about a dog named Nyada?
Nyada, yeah.
Siberian Lifeguard. That's from Russia, so we can figure... It's a hard name.
Yeah.
But basically... Sometimes dogs can follow us around and can get annoying, but sometimes they're just cute. Other times cats just follow you because they secretly want to kill you. But, Nyada was a stray dog in Russia, and a 4-year-old boy was going, I think, Andre was going around the pond and just playing around, and it was wintertime, so the pond was frozen, and this dog, Nyada, has been following Andre for the last little bit around. It doesn't really say here, and then he was playing around. The mother said, "Don't play by the lake, just be safe." He was played on the lake, fell through the ice, and the stray dog immediately began barking frantically. And Andre's mother shows that the dog had premonition of trouble, and the dog got the city into it, and they rescued the boy before he could suffocate and die. So that one's a pretty cool story. I think BDR here is going to tell you about this next one. It's a bomb sniffer, which is also another reason why dogs are so great.
Is because so that they can be trained to sniff out drugs and bombs.
And also, cats can't do that. But I forgot to say, we're going to be doing facts. Movies and facts are kind of the same thing. But let's turn time over to BDR for this amazing black lab that is a bomb sniffer.
So this story is about Treyo, who's a retired member of the British military and a decorated war hero.
That's a big one for dogs. Because they honor dogs.
Yeah. And the black lab was a member of the 104 Military Working Dog Support Unit that helped serve in Afghanistan.
That's a big one right there.
Yeah. And the trained sniffer twice found hidden bombs in Helmand province in 2008. And he was awarded the Dickin Medal, which is the highest military honor for an animal in Britain. In 2010. And then Sergeant Dave Hayho.
Yeah, Hayho.
Was Treyo's handler in the military, and the two served together in Northern Ireland before being shipped off to Afghanistan. When they both completed the military service, Treyo went home to live with Hayho, who said Treyo's action saved the lives of many soldiers.
Which they crazy. Do, because even in movies, they act it out where dogs save. And I mean,
That's a
okay,
big one.
honestly, I feel like without dogs, our military would not have won the wars we have.
Yeah.
Because, sad to say it,
But
it's better.
The dogs are being underrated.
They are, but this is very sad to say. But it's not better, but to lose a dog is different than losing a human to a family. To most, I should say. So that's cool because... and then the other reason is, I mean, dogs pretty much just are amazing. Yeah. They don't give up.
And they're very intelligent species.
Like when you scold them, like if they did something bad, they just come right back up to you and want to love you again and be your friend.
Yeah, they're not like humans where they hate you.
Yeah, for doing something different.
That was trying to help them.
Yeah. So this next one is about a Max the Canine Shield, and this one takes place in Garibaldi, Brazil. So Omar was taking his dog Max out for an exercise in the field and was approached by two men that's coming up to rob him, who demanded his car keys. When Persistio declined, Omar, they shot him, grazing the man's head. That's when Max went into action. He jumped to attack the two men. One ran away immediately. The other shot Max twice in the chest and once in the leg before fleeing himself. Omar rushed his protector to the vet, where Max was successfully treated for his injuries. See, that's another reason why dogs don't give up. This picture right here, you can see right there.
Yeah.
He has the bullet wounds in his chest, and he's just there as happy as can be.
Yeah.
And he has a cast on his leg. You know, I love those shows. Even if it's for a cat, they save him. You know.
Yeah.
Most humans are good people. This next one is Bandit the Smoke Alarm.
That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. So BDR is going to talk to you guys about this one.
This one takes place in Mays Landing, which is in New Jersey. And this family owes their lives to the small Pomeranian poodle mix that wasn't even their dog.
Wow. See,
Dang.
dogs just like to help people.
Yeah. They were watching Bandit while her owner, Marta, was out of town. And Rich DeStefani, probably pronouncing that wrong, but we're going to roll with it.
Yeah, something like that. I have no idea.
Had put a hairbrush into boiling water to sterilize it. Yeah, that's
just a no-no right there.
No,
that's kind of like the lady you saw at Smith's yesterday.
Okay. Then forgot the pot on the stove when the family went to bed for the night. Oh. By 3:30 a.m., the water was gone and the burning plastic filled the house with toxic smoke. Newly purchased smoke detectors did not go off.
Don't rely on technology.
But Bandit jumped up on Jennifer as she slept until she awoke and alerted her husband and 9-year-old daughter. One smoke detector finally sounded an alarm after the fire department had arrived.
After.
The fire was limited to the stove, but the home sustained serious smoke damage, and Bandit was hailed as a hero.
I would. I mean...
I totally would.
Because, I mean, even in movies, have you seen Signs, the Alien movie?
No.
Well, anyway, it's an old movie, so I don't care.
My dad says it scares the crap out of him.
All you see is their toes, and at the end you finally see it, and you can tell it's... Never mind. We're not going to get into that. That will be a different podcast. But...
Talking about
the
how much we love our parents.
Dogs can see and sense things we can't. Like, their hearing is impeccable, from what I've heard.
And Pomeranian and Poodle mix, they're not the biggest of dogs.
No, they're not.
They're fairly small.
Yeah. So
that's just awesome.
It is.
This Pomeranian was able to detect that there was danger before the smoke alarms even went off.
Oh, yeah, 100%. So, yeah, that was... What was his name? Bandit the Smoke Alarm. That was insane. So this next one is... Target. That is a good
great
name. That's probably where Target got us. I'm just kidding. No. But this one is about Target the War Hero. So another war dog that saved a whole bunch of people. The National Guardsman from Georgia, Chris Duke, credits 3 stray dogs he befriended in Afghanistan with saving his life. See, it doesn't matter where you are. Dogs just save people. Period. In Afghanistan, and the lives of his entire unit. And a unit can be up to like 30 guys.
Yeah.
Unless you're the G.I. Joes, and then it's just 4 of you that are. The dogs' names were Sasha, Ruffs, and Target. Raised an alarm as a suicide bomber approached the barracks. That's not good. Those guys are very bad people.
They're very dangerous.
That's just like the guy from Venom 2, the murderer that bites. Yeah. The dogs attacked and bit the bomber, who blew himself up before gaining the entrance. That's interesting.
Dang.
Some people are very interesting in this world. Sasha was so wounded she had to be put down, which that is the worst.
Yeah.
Putting down a dog is the worst experience you have in your life, because I had to do that back in February, and that was actually horrible. I think we might talk about her at the end of this podcast. We might. And we'll talk about BDR's dog that he just got a couple months ago.
The little monster that lives with us.
The cute little monster.
She's a monster.
The other two recovered from their injuries. When Duke returned to the U.S., his story was told. He told the story of the dogs left behind, which led to a fundraising effort that successfully brought Ruffs and Target to the United States. Ruffus went to live with Chris Duke, and Target went home with Sergeant Terry Young, another survivor of the incident in Arizona. I mean, the dogs, I feel like they have a divine instinct.
Yeah.
Like to be man's best friend. I don't think it's a joke that it's man's best friend.
No.
I really don't think it's a joke.
I heard this theory from one of my teachers a couple of years ago. Not to sidetrack.
Oh, it's fine.
At all.
Yeah, it's totally fine.
A couple of years ago, one of my teachers was sharing a story about dogs. And it wasn't dogs have the instinct to be man's best friend. It was men have the natural instinct to be dog's best friend.
That's true. I like that.
Because if you think about it, dogs go back to wolves.
True.
Wolves are the ancestors
of dogs.
Most dogs. And it was the men that befriended the wolves that then domesticated the wolves, which then descended down into dogs as we know them now.
Evolution.
Evolution.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was very interesting that they thought that.
Oh, yeah, totally. So, BDR is going to talk to you about...
Ooh, Buddy, the GPS dog.
Yes.
So this one is in Coswell Lakes in Alaska.
Wow.
Wow. Ben, he suffered burns on his face and hand when a spark from a heater ignited gasoline in his car repair shop. Ooh, that's dangerous.
That is very bad.
Henrik's, Ben, ran out and rolled in the snow to extinguish the flames. That's smart.
That is smart. I mean, you're in Alaska.
Yeah. He then went back to make sure his dog, Buddy, escaped from the burning garage. He told the German Shepherd to go get help, and Buddy took off. Ben said that the dog had no special training, but just knew what needed to be done. Emergency services received a call about the fire, but responding State Trooper Terrence Shenigan couldn't find the garage because his GPS system wasn't working properly. But he saw a frantic dog and followed him on a hunch. That's a great story. Now, not to interrupt here, but I mean, you remember the movie where the two kids got lost in the woods with the dog? Yeah.
And it's the husky.
Yeah. And
they made 3 movies out of it, 2 or 3 movies. We just watched that up in Park City a month ago or something like that, and it just basically it's like I think the dad was injured because the dad was blind.
The dad was blind.
Okay, the dad was blind, and
the son. One of the kids was injured. I thought.
No,
it's been a while since.
Well, they maybe got injured but not before.
It's been a while since I've seen them.
Anyway, the dad's blind. His boat crashes in the woods. Blah 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 blah. And he goes out, and the son takes the dog, goes out, and the sister's like, "Where the heck are you going? You can't go out in the woods by yourself." So they go. So now the mom's worrying about the husband, the dad, and the kids. But the dog, towards the end of the movie, was like, go find help. So the dog ran all the way out. I mean, like, ran like a mile or something, all the way to like the base campus of the police setup and saved him. So
that's a great story. I like those movies, even though it's been a while since I've seen them.
Wow, that is a very long one. This is an interesting one. This is very interesting because... All right, we'll read it off anyway. So this one is called Kiko the Biter. A dog biting a human. Usually has to be put down.
Yeah.
Which is sad, but I mean, it's policy. It says right here, you wouldn't think the act of biting off a man's toe would be a life-saving act, but that's exactly what happened to Jerry Duet of Rockford, Michigan. Duet had been nursing a troubled toe for months. He hadn't sought medical attention. He's just like, it's a toe, who cares? The toe became infected, and Duet's wife insisted that he went to go get it checked out. And Duet agreed, but decided to bolster his courage first with several beers and 2 giant margaritas.
Not good.
You don't want to have a hangover and go into surgery. That's not good.
Yeah, no.
His wife took him home, where he passed out in bed. That's when his terrier, Kiko, took matters into his own hands, or in other words, his mouth, as it were. Kiko chewed most of Duet's infected toe off as he slept. That's disturbing, but okay. When he awoke to find his toe gone, he could no longer put off the trip to the hospital. Their doctors found that Duet's blood sugar has been dangerously high at 560.
That's extremely high.
You should be dead.
Well, not dead, but...
Close to.
Quickly dying.
When it should be close to 120.
Yeah.
That's... They also amputated what was left of his toe, since the dog ate.
Like a stub?
The little stub.
The little, 3-inch stub or whatever.
And that's the gist of the story. Basically, the dog ate the man's toe.
And saved his life.
That should be the thumbnail for YouTube.
Dog bit off man's toe. Saved life.
Yeah, that's so gonna be our thumbnail. BDR, how are you getting all the cool ones?
I don't know.
He's literally getting all the super cool hero ones. This one is about Hero, the fire alarm, and BDR gets to read the super cool story.
This one takes place in Breckenridge, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
This person, Wendy, has a dog named Hero. That's a fitting name for stories like this.
Yeah.
After Hero was injured in a traffic accident, Wendy had to make a choice of whether to put the dog down. The family decided to do what they could
to save their lives, to save the dog.
Yeah, to save their dog, which gave Hero an opportunity to live up to her name. A few months later, in February, Hero started barking at 3 a.m., which is very unusual for her. The family woke to find their home on fire. Uh-oh. Everyone escaped, but the home was destroyed. The Rankin family credits their survival to Hero.
Yes, that's
a very fitting...
There's a lot of stories like this. Okay, this one's cool, but meme template. Anyway, they credit, and I think animals are underrated. Sometimes they get yelled at a little too much, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's honestly, dogs do save people. They can't deny that. So this next one is about Angel the Cougar Fighter. I've actually heard of dogs defending off cougars and stuff before.
Yeah. Especially living in Utah.
Yeah. Yeah, especially living right up in... Yeah. Basically, this 11-year-old Austin, he was from Boston Bar in British Columbia, was saved from a wild cougar by his golden retriever, Angel. Austin noticed the dog acting different on that day, sticking close to him as if she knew of some hidden danger. There again, dogs have special senses. In my opinion, they have a lot of special senses.
Yeah.
which was only apparent to humans after the attack. That's very true. Humans can only sense things after they're near dead.
Yeah.
He was gathering firewood in his family's backyard when a cougar charged him. Angel leapt into action, fighting the cougar while Austin ran into the house. Austin's mother, Sherry Foreman, called 911 as the battle between the cat and the dog raged under the backyard deck. That sounds like a cartoon.
That does sound like a cartoon. Like one of those Tom and Jerry cartoons.
Yeah, where the pit bull dogs underneath fighting Tom. Yeah. A constable in the neighborhood responded quickly and killed the cougar, which is sad, but those are the only cats that I like, are the big cats. Like the tigers and cougars. And killed the cougar. Angel suffered some deep bites and scratches and was taken to Sardis Animal Hospital. As she recovered, Austin bought her a big steak for her privacy.
What the heck?
Go to Costco and buy a $75 steak for your dog? I could see doing that, honestly. Yeah. Brodo's Richie gets a cool one. Again.
This one's about Yogi, the Valor Dog of the Year. The Humane Society of the United States named Yogi, a golden retriever, the 2011 Valor Dog of the Year for saving his owner's life after a bicycle accident. Paul Horton of Austin, Texas, went over the handlebars on his mountain bike and landed on his head.
Ooh,
ouch.
That would hurt.
That would hurt. When he regained consciousness, Yogi was by his side. Paul whispered for Yogi to get help. The dog, reluctant to leave, finally went to the main road and barked at neighbors who were walking by. Bruce and Maggie know Yogi and had never seen him act so frantic, so they followed him back to the place where Horton lay immobile. Doctors found that Horton's vertebrae, had pinched his spinal cord, leaving him paralyzed from the chest down. They credit Yogi with saving Horton's life. Horton has since regained some sensation and has limited use of his arms, and Yogi is still his best friend.
That's amazing.
That's amazing.
Okay, so I see, like, dogs try to warn us a lot more.
Ow.
Yeah. Okay, I feel like dogs try to warn us a lot more.
Yeah, and
the humans are like, they're dogs, they're animals, they're stupid, let's not listen to them.
Yeah.
Is exactly what I think. But to conclude story time, I personally haven't heard any stories about cats.
No, except that I have an aunt who has a couple of cats.
Heroic stories about cats.
Yeah.
We gotta make this fair, guys. I mean...
But my aunt has 2 cats, and she is always like, oh, they're the best. They're just so cuddly and great. But
as kittens.
Yeah, as kittens, they're great.
Hey, this is good. It's the same website.
As kittens, cats are alright, but as they get older, I have to disagree that they're good.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, some are, like Preston Arnsmith, the YouTuber.
Yeah.
Brianna has a cat, and he absolutely hates cats. And
yeah.
Rusty. Okay, we got to read off at least a couple stories for cats, just to make it fair.
Yeah.
So this one's about Rusty, a cat. All right. So Claire Nelson of Reading, Pennsylvania. Who would name their town Reading? Anyway. Was an adult cat from the Humane Society. All right. Then 2 years later...
rescue.
A rescue. So then 2 years later of June 2011, Claire Nelson, the lady, wanted to lay down because she wasn't feeling well, but Rusty kept bothering her, which was out of character for him. This 66-year-old former nurse took inventory and decided to visit her doctor's office, but Nelson began feeling much worse at the bus stop and called 911. Doctors at the hospital found that she had suffered a heart attack. A heart attack, wow.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. Surgery followed, and Nelson had 2 stents implanted. Ooh, I don't think my grandpa had to get any stents. When she returned home, Rusty was back to his normal self, but would not leave her side. Nelson credited him with saving the life. Okay, so I gotta say something about cats here. Not all cats are devils.
No.
There are some really good cats out there, I'm not going to lie, but most cats are very, very bad. They just sit there and poop. That's all they do.
I mean, that's not all they do, but...
Okay, I want you to read this one, because...
You want me to read it?
Yeah, because it has a hard name.
Alright. One moment, please.
Powatatad? Powatatad? I have no idea. He's spelling it out in Google right now.
18.
Alright, turn your volume up. Oh, don't you have to go into Powatatad pronounce? I don't know. Google Translate. Peditite. That's peditite, not... Just call it Watat...
Okay. This cat's name is now going to be Tat.
Tat. Yeah, Tat. I like Tat. All right.
As Turfle, a dog who lives in Wales. In Wales. I hear that's a great place. That's okay. That's the first time we've heard out of country. Yeah. All right. As he aged, his eyes became blurred by cataracts. Eventually, he became completely blind. Turfle's owner, Judy Godfrey Brown, said he had a hard time adjusting. He walked into walls and became afraid to move around the house. Mm-hmm. When Godfrey Brown invited a stray cat into her home, it was like the answer to a prayer. The new cat, named Tat, this is in Wales, remember, immediately became a guide for Turfle. The cat uses her paws to guide Turfle around the house and into the garden for some fresh air. The two animals became inseparable and even sleep together. Watch Tat in action in a video. Near you, coming soon. Okay, so I think it's like a 70-30 ratio to like cats are good and bad, because there are some really good cats out there. I'm not going to lie. Tat here, or Rusty. I think we can do one more. Jessie. We're not going to read about Jessie. Was that Scarlet? We're not reading about that. I want to read Scarlet. All right, well, okay. BDR wants to read the Scarlet one. Oh, wow, this isn't old. No, it's not too old. It's not too old, but it looks like a good one. All right. In 1996, a fire broke out in a suspected crack house in Brooklyn. A cat, later named Scarlet, was observed carrying her kittens out of the building one by one. She was severely burned and blinded by blisters. She touched each kitten with her nose to make sure they were all safe from the fire, then collapsed. Firefighter David Gianelli took the cat and kittens to the North Shore Animal League clinic. The league received 70,000 applications to adopt Scarlet. 7,000. Yeah, 7,000 applications to adopt Scarlet and her kittens. That's a lot. That is a lot for a cat. Yeah. Or any animal. Yeah. 3 families were selected. And Scarlet made a full recovery. Albeit with damaged eyelids and ears, the hero cat was taken by Karen Wellen, who cared for her until her death 11 years later. Scarlet's story was made into a book, Scarlet Saves Her Family, and a children's book, The Bravest Cat. The North Shore Animal League created an honor in her name, the Scarlet Award for Animal Heroism. All right, so... That's a good story. Okay, now it's a 65-35% right now. Yeah. But I still think dogs are better. Dogs are better. They have more of a nice instinct. They've got more of a good reputation. They do. Because I hear, some dogs do act out, so it's like a 80-20% with dogs to me. Yeah. Because 80% are good. Yeah. And 20%, there are some dogs that do act out. Unless you're Stephen King and you write about a horror dog or whatever. I don't know. But I think, unless Peter has any last comments. Camera guy, got any last comments? All right. I think we're going to move right on to our personal opinion time. All right. To kick off personal opinion time, we're going to kick it off with Camera Guy.
Dogs are better.
Okay. Why are dogs better?
Because they are just better.
That's a good enough reason.
Cats are boring.
They are.
Cats are very boring.
You took 20 seconds. Okay, now take... Okay, just kidding. Oh, BDR is leaving.
I gotta hydrate here, boys.
All right, so my personal opinion time is I do like dogs better, like I've stressed many times. Even at school, I get in a huge argument sometimes with this one
He
person.
gets in arguments with this one person about cats and dogs.
And she's like, dogs! I mean, she's like, they're good, but cats are better. I'm like, I eventually just walk away from the conversation because I don't want to get too heated anyway.
One time I had to save him because things were getting heated.
When? We'll talk about it off mic here. But I honestly think dogs are better. First of all, they serve our country, and protect our troops from dying. They save people's lives, which we could see cats can do too, but dogs do it more.
Yeah, there's a lot more stories of the dogs saving.
Dogs, you can train really easy compared to cats.
Depending on their breed, but yeah.
But compared to cats in general, they're easier. They're compassionate. Like if you when we had our dog, she would get in trouble, break out of the cage every now and then. We'd scold her like, "Don't do that," and then like 5 minutes later, she'd crawl out of her kennel and be like, "Hey," not talking, but she would come in and say,
be like, "Oh, things are good now.
Things are good now, right?" And she's like, "Come pet me." So things are good now, you know.
Yeah.
They save lives. They serve our country, and they're just generally awesome because like. With a cat, you can't throw a stick, and you throw a stick, and the cat's gonna look at you, and you're like, "What do you want me to do with that?" Whereas a dog, if they like physical exercise, cats are lazy. Dogs like physical exercise. Remember, this is personal opinion time, so you can't really roast me because it's personal opinion time.
Yeah.
And whereas in a dog, most dogs will go swimming with you.
Yeah, and it's real cute to watch.
Yeah. Until they get out of the lake and you're like, okay, you need to go take a bath.
Yeah,
because the wet dog smell sucks.
I agree. Especially with it being all rainy.
Yeah. Ugh. Mm-mm.
Yeah, no.
And, okay, cats you can train to go into a litter box pretty easy. But
then you have to clean the litter box, and that stinks.
And that's inside the house.
And that's in the house.
Whereas outside the house, you train your dog to go scratch at the door to go outside. Yeah. And they use the restroom and stuff outside. And the worst thing is all you have to do is scoop up some poop, put it in a bag, and put it in the trash can. And it's not stinking up your house.
Unless it stinks up your garbage can.
Yeah, but that's why you scoop it like Wednesday night and it goes out the next morning.
That's what we do. But it still starts to stink it up.
That's why you get the hose out and go to the garbage can.
Man, you're a genius.
You're out of water.
I realize that.
But honestly, that's my opinion. I think dogs are way better. They serve our country. They're compassionate. When they're puppies, they can have accidents in the house. But even with kittens, they have accidents in the house.
Yeah.
And they're cute. Dogs are just cute, unless it's a pit bull, and then
pit bulls are also. If I can English today, pit bulls are also cute. They have their own level of cuteness, though.
That's lower.
That's much lower than everyone else.
Okay, there are some dogs out there that I personally... Okay, I don't like them. They're kind of...
personally despise.
No, I don't despise them. They're just... Ugh. And like my uncle has boxers. And like, they're super cute dogs, but...
Boxers are kind of the worst.
They are.
That sounded very sad.
Alright, Brodozer Richie now will take over the time to talk about his personal opinion.
Well, to put it simply, there is no way to put it simply besides the fact that dogs will take over the world and all the humans will love it.
Yeah.
And then if the cats took over the world...
Okay, sorry. Until you get that one grandma that walks out of the house with 20 cats.
Yeah. And then if the cats took over the world, everyone would be, like, hiding in their houses.
Yeah.
Building, like, bomb shelters.
Yeah.
to hide from the cats.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying I don't like cats.
True.
I
like cats.
Like cats. I just prefer dogs.
And I like dogs better.
And dogs are much better on multiple levels.
All right.
That's all I have.
All right. And as personal opinion time, is there a certain dog breed you don't like? Like, I like all dog breeds, but like when you don't like as much as some.
What does Grandma have? Sadie?
I don't know. She's a small dog.
She's a small dog.
Chihuahua?
She might be a Pomeranian.
Or Shih Tzu?
She's a Shih Tzu.
Yeah, she's.
And she is honestly the worst.
Okay. So our next door neighbors, some in our neighborhood, we go camping with them every now and then, and they had to put their dog down a couple years ago, and they just finally got another dog because this one dog, which is a Shih Tzu and
Shih Tzu?
and a mix of a terrier.
Ooh,
No,
Shih
it's
Tzu
not a
terrier?
Shih Tzu. It's a terrier. It's like a mini terrier or something like that.
Ooh.
Something like that. But they adopted him, and because he had a rough home life, which is we'll get to that in a second. A rough home life, they took him in, and he's one of the greatest dogs in the world. Bruh. One of the best dogs in the world. And Brodo's Richie, what's your favorite dog breed?
Honestly, I love Labradors.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I had a black lab, and then...
See, we had a black lab, and now we've got a silver lab,
Yeah.
and they were both adorable.
Yeah. And so, okay, I like labs. So my top 3 are probably Oscar the Royal Samoyed. If you guys haven't seen Stradman's channel, he has a Royal Samoyed. Cutest little dog in the world. Oscar will be so chill. James, Stradman, will go pick him up upside down. Oscar will just look at the camera like, okay. He's so chill. But he's also a cute dog, and they're pure white dogs, so they're super cute.
Yeah.
Especially as puppies, because they're literally just fluff balls. They literally are just balls of fluff as puppies. I mean, my second one would... I'd probably have to say a miniature Australian Shepherd. Just look up Royal Samoyed. Oscar won't. Actually, it might. Anyway, I personally feel like Labradors are my top 3 for sure. Labradors are a great dog. Golden Retrievers. Retrievers and Labradors are in third place. They can tie for third place. But anybody have any last thoughts on personal opinion time? Camera guy?
No.
All right, guys. We're going to move right on to the Instagram results.
Welcome back. We are now into the friends and Instagram
Time.
So one of our friends says dogs because they are nicer.
She didn't elaborate. She was just
She did not feel like elaborating, I guess.
Okay, this isn't the same person we get in arguments about cats. This is a different person. Okay, and then this is from a fellow friend and / YouTuber. I'll link one of his videos down below. But he says dogs because they are the funniest, the cutest videos. Cat videos are cute, but I do like dog videos better.
Dog videos are so much better.
People just like cat videos better because they broke the internet.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Basically.
And he says, I don't like cats because they're stupid and they poop in my flower beds. And this comes into me. BDR can testify to this. On our property, BDR lives somewhere else, but like he's our next door neighbor, right? On our property, one house on the property would like feed cats, stray cats, which would be okay for like you put one bowl out.
Yeah.
And maybe water. But this person kept putting stuff out, feeding the cats and stuff like that. And it got really annoying because I'd go to like mow our lawn or we'd be filming a video outside and all of a sudden you'd step in cat poop.
Yeah.
And it's annoying because you don't want cat poop everywhere because cat poop is weird and ugh. And Instagram. So if you guys haven't checked us out, check us out on Instagram because we do a lot of polls and stuff there.
Yeah.
Like, for example, I think maybe next week, it might be next season. Like for the main channel, it might be next season. We're going to do Instagram runs our day.
That's going to be a fun one.
That's going to be a very fun video, which we need you guys to subscribe to the podcast channel, follow us on Spotify, and subscribe to our main channel, and follow us on Instagram.
We would do it this season, except it's starting to get cold.
It's October, and it's 30 degrees outside.
Yeah, and we don't want to freeze our butts off while trying to do this challenge.
No, we really don't.
We'd rather do it when it's warm.
Yeah, we rather would. So probably, I'd say April. So we'll probably start warming up. Okay, so to get into Instagram time, this poll, I did expect it to go like this because I did one of these like 7 months ago.
Yeah.
And it said the poll is 88% dogs and 12% cats. And they did. I asked why, but only 2 people responded.
I was one of those 2 people.
Yeah, you were.
I said,
we'll read that in a minute.
Okay.
But this was literally, it's like an 83 to 13% last time I did this poll. But, okay, BDR is going to read what he said.
I said, I voted for dogs.
Yeah.
And said, cats just flat out suck. ... They're always climbing on everything. Which, I don't think I'm wrong.
No. Because, okay, pets can get expensive.
Yes.
I'm not going to lie. Every pet is expensive because they can't go buy things for themselves.
That would be kind of cool, though.
That's when you make a TikTok account for your dog and you're like, subscribe so I can pay for my dog. You know?
Yeah, or a special Instagram account.
Yeah, like Oscar. Yeah. I'll link Oscar's down below. You guys make sure you give him a follow.
Oscar's got a great one.
He never posts, but
no.
He also has a YouTube channel.
I love Oscar.
No. You haven't?
No.
I'll show you. Go to Stradman's channel. He links it under the other channels. And then this other person said, oh, kind of like I said, they serve our country. Yeah. Which is very accurate. They do serve our country. And why do I still have that on here? I still have one of our shorts, Minecraft shorts, on here for some reason. But anyway, that's Instagram. That's our friends. Guys, with friends, we want to know what you guys think. So if you're channels... he just found it. He uploaded one video.
Dog with human hands eating food.
We'll link the Oscar video down in the description because it's honestly a great video.
I'll have to watch that.
You will. We will totally have to watch in between recordings here. But I'll link it down below because dogs are cute. Cats are cute. But I think now it's time to get into movies because we know that dogs and cats have their own movies, but we know which one has the majority of movies. So,
dogs.
Yeah, 100% sure.
Episode over. Dogs win.
Yeah, anyway. Guys, if you're on Spotify, I don't think you can comment on Spotify.
No.
You can on Apple Podcasts, but they're dumb, and we haven't gotten on there yet. It's stupid.
Yeah.
Apple's special.
Apple's very special. We love all of the Apple products. We both have some AirPods. Actually, he's got AirPods. I don't. I've got Galaxy Buds. Because those are... I feel better.
And because you didn't spend $250 on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're...
I only spent $110
fair point.
For my Galaxy Buds.
Fair point. You got a fair point. But anyway...
They blend in much better. Especially when I don't do my hair. My hair just covers them, so I can listen to music.
That is very true. But guys, if you're on YouTube, comment down below. But I think all the other platforms we're on, I think you can comment. Because I think on Anchor, you can send us a message.
Yeah, on Anchor, you can send us a message. Since Apple's special, we haven't made it onto Apple Podcasts.
No.
And on Spotify, you cannot send...
They're releasing a podcast update soon. Like, we can do video podcasts and stuff like that. But let's head right into movies. All right, so we are back here. We are back here with the boys. Back here with the podcast. The boys. Actually, this isn't the boys. The boys is another group. Anyway, we are on movies now. So we're going to talk about dogs and cats to keep it not biased. I wish we had more Insta followers to get more of an accurate representation, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Cat movies. I have a link, just so you know.
Oh, well, I just felt special.
All right. So, dog movies, honestly, I really, he just said off mic here, he loves dog movies, and I personally do too. There is one, no, don't even start. No. That's why DC failed in the last podcast. Anyway, we're talking about it, and there is only, in my opinion, there is only one good cat out there. You know who it is? Make a guess.
Dog or cat?
One good cat.
One good cat? Rusty.
No, like that's in a movie.
Oh, I don't watch a lot of. Wait,
I watched it on the way back from Washington, D.C.
Oh, Tom and Jerry.
Yes, Tom is
Tom,
the only
yeah.
good cat
I agree.
movie cat. Period.
Well, and in the Aristocats.
Okay, Aristocats is good.
That's a good movie.
Okay,
if you haven't seen it,
Okay, pretty much any Disney animal movie, we just exempt them because they're just good, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I've never personally. I mean, I watched it and I honestly thought it was weird. The Never-Ending Story. Have you ever seen that?
no.
Oh, there is Garfield.
It
Okay.
ends quickly, and then that one,
Yeah, the list
not.
go on forever for the dogs. The cats have a few that Google wants to mention.
yeah.
Some of these I haven't seen, but like The Call of the Wild. Have you seen that one?
No.
This one?
No.
Call of the Wild is a really good show. It's a really, really good show.
Puss in Boots. That's
Puss in-
another one good. That's another good one.
Puss is kind of annoying. Oh, another great dog. You know, Beethoven.
Beethoven.
How do we forget about Beethoven? Those are one of the best movies out there.
I agree.
Let's see. I mean, then there's the Buddies series, right?
Yeah.
The Air Buddies and the...
Yeah.
I haven't watched those forever. I got to go back
Oh,
and watch
man.
those.
Those are so good.
Marley and Me. Have you seen Marley and Me?
Yeah.
Good?
It's all right.
All right. And honestly, I don't think it's because of the dogs. I think
No.
it's because of the poor movie makers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cat in the Hat.
Cat in the Hat. Okay, there's a few good. The animated. That guy just looks like he wants to kill somebody.
Yep.
But that's
Okay.
what you get in the 70s.
Well, yes.
Anyway, there's Peter Pan, which have dogs in it, apparently. Tuner and Hooch.
Oh, that's a good one.
I need to watch it.
I
Disney
love
Plus is
Turner
making
and
a new
Hooch.
one.
They are?
Like a series or something, yeah. Or
I
they're
love Turner and
revamping or
Hooch.
something. Oh, A Dog's Journey.
That's a good one.
I've heard the Shaggy Dog is good.
I haven't seen it.
But it has that guy. It has Santa Claus in it.
Tim Allen.
Tim Allen.
I love Tim Allen.
He's awesome. Honestly, movies, I do have to hand off to dogs. They
Yeah.
are better.
Yeah.
Dogs. Step Dogs. Have you seen Step Dogs?
No, but I hear good things about it.
All right. A Dog's Way Home is a good one.
That's a good one.
Okay, you know what my favorite dog movie is?
What?
Racing in the Rain.
Oh, that's such a good one.
It is such a good movie.
It's sad.
but it's
but
really
so
good. The last race, the last ride in the rain. That's sad.
It sounds sad.
Okay, the only movies I cry in are dog movies.
I cry in all movies.
You cry in every aspect of life.
Good point.
I'm just kidding.
I think the last movie I did not cry in, or cry while watching, was Venom.
That's true. That's very, very true.
I didn't cry in that one, but I kind of felt like.
I don't. I have no idea. Oh, do you know what we forgot?
What?
The most important dog that started all these movies.
What?
Lassie.
Who's Lassie?
Just a second, guys. We gotta prove to BDR who Lassie is. Lassie dog. Lassie.
I have not seen that.
It's such a good movie. Coming July 22nd to your neighborhood theaters in 1987.
I have not seen
1994. Sorry. Lassie's a really good movie. It's one of those nature
Seems
survival
sad,
videos.
All dog movies are sad, though.
Yeah. They all end up the same way, which is sad.
The dog dies.
Yeah. And the dogs in Secret Life of Pets.
That's a funny one.
That's a good one.
Except in that one, they don't die.
Except I like Snowball better than
Snowball's so cute.
I like both Snowballs. I like my Snowball and the real Snowball in the movie. In my opinion. I mean, cats, Tom is just... I love seeing Tom get beat up. I'm not going to lie.
Yes, by a mouse.
By a mouse.
A mouse.
Inside jokes, guys. Cat in the Hat's another good classic one. Puss in Boots is a classic one.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. There's another cat out there. Aren't there cats in
Cats and Dogs, the Revenge of Kitty Galore. That's a good series.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Oh, there's Puss in Boots. He's interesting. I just don't like him the best. A lot of you are going to hate me in the comments.
Aristocats.
But that's a great one. But a lot of you are going to hate me in the comments because I'm not the biggest fan of Shrek.
Nor am I. Please don't hate on us. And
Yeah.
if you know where we live or go to school, please do not kill us.
Nah, please don't.
We have enough people after us that we don't need more people coming after us.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing, but I don't know. I mean, Donkey, get out of me swamp. It's the only thing I memorized from Shrek. Or the gingerbread man. There is a gingerbread man.
I love the ginger man, dude.
But
What's his name? Gingy?
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 Something like that. I think that's all I had for cats. I gotta double check, because cat movies...
Cat movies is like not even a quarter of the amount.
I thought I looked up cat movies, but it pulled up something else. It pulled up another dog link. Alright. Honestly, guys, like cats and dogs, Hallmark. Hallmark is interesting. I think we'll have to do a podcast about Hallmark before the season starts.
Started yesterday. Actually,
But I'm talking Christmas season. So, like, we got to get it done before Thanksgiving.
Hallmark's Countdown to Christmas started yesterday.
But Christmas can be... I listen to... In choir, we have to start singing Christmas music, and it sucks. Because... I'm trying to look. Okay, Cats, the musical or whatever, that just looks stupid. And I've heard it's a very stupid play.
Yeah.
The Broadway special that they turned into a movie or whatever. And we can't forget about Aristocrats. That's just a great one, in my opinion. What are you doing with my hat?
I was gonna put it on backwards.
No, please don't.
Makes me
Tom
feel
and
like
Jerry,
a gangster.
again, we just like Tom and Jerry kids.
Yeah, Tom and Jerry's just
That's just a class.
so good.
Okay, would you guys like to see a classic cartoon review podcast? Because I really would. That would be a great podcast to film.
I agree.
Oh, flip. Okay, sorry, cat movies, you guys lose, per se. Yeah, then you lose in the movie aspect. But now, I think, do you guys have any last comments?
No, besides, for all you cat lovers out there,
We don't hate you.
we don't hate you.
We just like our opinion better.
We just... How do I word this so I don't offend too many people?
Cats are lazy.
Well, yes.
Cats are weird.
Cats are weird. There are some good cats. But we'll save that for the conclusion, which we'll see you guys in literally half a second. Now, it is time for the... drum roll. Conclusion. I was going to say drum roll.
Oh, my bad.
Conclusion. Okay. So conclusion, I think we're going to start it off with BDR. Go to camera guy, and then we'll end it out with me. All right, BDR, go ahead and do your conclusion. Because you're about to say something in the last segment, but I cut you off because we're going to put it in this segment. He's thinking and chewing ice at this very same time. Guys, okay, I will start.
Very hard.
Okay,
Sorry.
I will start. We'll go to
end with
BDR.
me.
We'll end with BDR. All
with
right,
me.
that works too. So the conclusion, I feel like dogs have the upper advantage, kind of like Marvel does, but I don't think that will ever change. Like how DC might overtake. Because I in theaters yesterday when I went and saw Venom 2 for a second time with some friends, the Batman trailer showed, and it looked really good. So that's off from the last podcast. But I think there are some good cats out there that like to save people and cuddle with you. And some kittens are really cute too. But I don't know. Cats I think they're more of a decoration to your house. If that makes sense. I really feel like they're a decoration because... What the flip? Anyway, I feel like they're a decoration whereas dogs you can be active with. Whereas cats, you just buy them a litter box and a tower that they claw at and they're entertained and they don't want to have anything to do with you. And then dogs, you go out and play. You go out and run. You ride their bike, they run with you. You go throw the ball or stick with them. You give them your food when you're not supposed to.
Yeah.
Which, sad. And then my personal experience with dogs, and I write my own. My personal experience with dogs, they're amazing. You do something bad to them, they come back to you, and they're just like, hey, I know what I did. Can we be friends? You know?
Yeah.
Not unlike humans, we just hate each other for the rest of our lives. You know? Pretty much. And dogs, okay, I had to put my dog down in, February?
February.
Right after my mom's birthday, which was very sad for her.
Yeah.
And then literally 2 months later, BDR texts me and he's like, we're getting a dog. And I personally thought in my head, I want to kill you right now. Because I love my dog. I miss her. And then, okay, guys, you guys remember the Mr. Beast video that we filmed about the Beast Burgers and stuff?
Yeah.
That's the day we got the bunnies.
There was also McDonald's, and there was also
Burger King.
Burger King. Don't forget about them.
Yeah, who knows? Anyway, we'd put her down. She was super active. We'd go out and run with her, and then the sad thing with animals is they do die fast. Once like a cancer comes, like with my dog, the cancer comes very fast. Because she started acting weird, got sicker and sicker. We did a surgery. She didn't get better. And we had to put her down. But that's the thing. There's something I'll be behind that, but I don't think I'll put it in this podcast. It's something I believe in. But anyway, I think camera guy. I'm done with mine. Dogs are amazing. I don't hate cats. Last year I actually hated cats. But I don't hate them now. Kittens are cute. I like seeing kitten pictures. Sometimes. Random pictures that pop up on Instagram or whatever. But I think, camera guy, what's your conclusion?
I don't know, what am I supposed to say?
What are you supposed to say? Like, what do you think about cats?
They're lazy monsters that poop all over.
They even have their own show called My Cat Friend. Heck. Okay, BDR, what is your final thoughts on cats and dogs?
My final thought.
My final thought. All right.
Is that for all of those cat lovers out there, yes, I know that you're there.
We acknowledge you.
We acknowledge you. We do not hate you.
Sometimes.
We just have our own opinions.
Which is very well.
And that's all right. And we might disagree with you on this, but we might agree with you on some other stuff.
Movies.
Movie-wise, and... Yeah. And then for the dog lovers out there...
We love you.
We love you, too.
Well, we like the cat lovers. We love the dog lovers. There's a difference.
Yes. There's a difference. But don't think that we will be two-faced and pretend to like cats.
We like them. We just prefer dogs.
Yeah.
At least that's my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. We aren't trying to come off as rude or hate cats. I personally like cats.
I
sometimes.
do. Depends on the cat.
Depends on the cat.
What
they're doing.
Not if it's a black cat following you at 11 o'clock at night.
With yellow eyes.
Eyes. That's a little creepy.
That is creepy.
Just following you around.
But again, we're not trying to hate or discriminate. We are just trying to state our opinions.
Which is fine. Which is pretty much all podcasts are.
That's basically all anything is in this world.
These days. Yeah, so I think that is going to conclude our podcast for today. Unless anybody has any last thoughts?
No, but I feel like I left it on a sad note.
You did. Well, join us next podcast, which will probably be the Hallmark review.
Yep.
Because I love Hallmark movies.
I love Hallmark.
But they get old very fast because that's all your sisters watch during the holidays.
And your mothers.
And your grandmothers.
And your grandmothers. But personally, now we will not go into this all the way.
All the way.
But
2 hours later.
Hey, well, maybe.
1 hour.
Continue.
I enjoy Hallmark.
I do too. Christmas and mystery.
Yes.
Hallmark. The other ones are...
Hallmark and I go very well together. Especially if I'm in a good mood and have a giant bowl of popcorn. And, like, a good pop or something.
Yeah, I got Mountain Dew over there. Just crack one open.
Because then it'll help me get through.
It will.
That's all I got.
That's all I got. So next podcast will be Hallmark. We'll try to at least get 2 more done. But I don't know how this is going to go. Because, okay, it's been stressing this last little bit because it's the end of term right now.
Yeah, it's the end of term.
But after that, I think we're going to try to get on a regular schedule. Because next season, we're going to be filming that where we actually have a set schedule to film.
Can I spoil something?
Sure.
Depends on what it
Can I
is.
give a quick preview?
All right,
I'll say that much.
whisper. All right.
All right. Now we wanted to end this about 6 minutes ago,
Yeah.
Longer ago.
but a quick preview for season 3 and what's coming in the end of season 2. Yeah, we're in
Yes.
season 2 right now.
The ending of season 2 is actually going to be a banger.
I agree, but there are big, and I mean big things coming.
Big things. Big videos coming.
Big videos, big podcasts, big
Great-
shorts.
Greater video quality. Same
Much
phone,
greater.
but we got a gimbal and a microphone. I even got a lighting ring. So we've got a pro setup. Not pro. We're not like Marquez Brownlee. We don't have a $30,000 cinematic camera. But I mean, for our level, we're going to do pretty good next year.
We will do.
And again, if you have any podcast ideas, comment down below. Any video ideas, comment down below. If you want to be in a video, I can't say that.
to be
Because,
determined.
because I've showed BDR at school. I'm making something right now for the channel.
You are.
I am. It's going to be
Yeah.
great. I tried to make one of these before. It didn't work out. But this time I'm using a different provider, per se. And we're going to... next year, I want to try to talk to certain people that go to our school, see if we can use their new song in our videos. That would be pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool.
But without further ado, let's end this podcast on this great note.